Hey y'all, peace on earth and love and light to you. This is GabrielleEther's channel, and for those of you who are coming back to my channel, thank you so much for continuing to support me. I really appreciate it. And those of you who are new, then I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I just thank you for being here. So, and hopefully I can shed some light on some things for you today and kind of help you out. Well, it won't be me. It'll be basically the Kundalini speaking through me to you. Okay, so this is a pick a card reading for what does the Kundalini want to teach me? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. We're going to see if you should even awaken your Kundalini or not. For those of you who don't know what it is, and those of you who don't know if yours have been those of you who don't know what it is, and those of you who are pretty sure that you have not already awakened your Kundalini. So I'm going to put, this is going to be yes or no. I don't know which ones. I don't know which one is yes or no. I'm just saying these are going to be yes or no. So, I'm going to put those two crystals there. And the reason I'm doing this, you guys, because this is something that I recently heard, that the Kundalini chooses you. And basically, it's just not for everyone, and everyone should not be using it. So that is why I'm doing this, because I really want to respect that. And I don't really, personally, I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of feel like it's for everybody, personally. But I want to respect that just because I really felt like maybe there's some truth to that. So I'm kind of torn back and forth. So since there might be some truth to that, and I don't want to get anything wrong in this case, then hey, let's do a yes or no. Should you awaken your Kundalini or not? Okay, and then maybe this is just for right now. So let's see. So be led to a crystal, because this is a or a card, whichever one you want, whichever one however you feel led. This is an amethyst, a heat treated amethyst, and this is a Botswana agate. I was told that it was, and to me, and it also looks like a carnelian too. And I've heard some people call this a carnelian. To me, it acts like a carnelian, and I call it a carnelian. So, okay. So, have you been led to your card yet? And let's see, should you awaken your Kundalini or not? And we're gonna go to this one right here first. Should you awaken your Kundalini? Okay. So let me tell you guys this first. This is not a video. I had that right there. This is not a video of me awakening your Kundalini. This is what the Kundalini wants to teach you. So that's why we're doing this part first again. So, okay. So you have a yes. And, so this is for you, and this is for you at this time. And the reason this is saying this is for you at this time, fertility and creativity, this is your time to come out. This is your time to flourish. This is your time for your Kundalini to awaken. Okay, so I've heard stories about this, you guys, like trauma stories, like people having very traumatic experiences, and people are like, I don't even want to open it. So go do research on this. Now, I did recently watch a video about the Kundalini, and it was so helpful to me. Like, this guy, transformational coaching, I think that's the name of it. And so watch that if you're not too familiar about it, or, if you got this yes, then I'm assuming you know what it is, or you really need to know. So I suggest to watch that video, and it's about the Kundalini. And this is just saying this is your time, and regroup. This is the time that the Kundalini is going to teach you some things and just put things together for you. Okay, so go to the next part of the video, and then we're going to see what the Kundalini wants to teach you. Okay, so those of you who are drawn to this crystal or this next card here, let's see, should you awaken your Kundalini or not? And I have a no for self-expression. Prepare. Okay, so this is a no. Okay, so it's saying prepare. Self-expression, prepare. Okay, so you know what? This is just someone who, for right now, it's like Spirit is saying, get more information before you try to do this. And you guys, like I was just saying in the last card, I've heard so many traumatic stories that people are saying, like, they don't even want to do it no more. Like, they wish they would have never did it, because they had, like, hardships and things like that. But I also heard that when people have a hard Kundalini awakening, it's because they experience so much of hard things in their life, and that's what the Kundalini is. It basically just awakens you. So it's not that you're not awakened to some things right now, but certain things that you need to be awakened to, it's just probably just not the time right now. And some of you really just don't even some of you just really don't even understand what the Kundalini is. And Spirit is saying get more information first, okay? And prepare yourself first, especially some of you who have really had some hardships, because if you really want to go to the next level, then it's for us to be awakened to all types of things. I personally feel like when it comes to just awakening, but there is also a certain time. So Spirit is saying just prepare for this first. So I feel like you can go on to the second part of the video if you are just curious and you just want to just say, well, you know what, let's see. I really just want to see if there's anything that the Kundalini wants to tell me, because it will basically be my speaking to you, and just telling you how to strengthen yourself more, just something that you need to know. So you can do that, or you can just exit off the video if you know that no, like you're just basically saying, I understand, Gabrielle, I really don't know what it is, I'm not prepared enough right now, and I might be a little scared because people are saying it's something that you might not want to do. My experience was not that bad at all, so but it's all up to you. But this is a no, and I at least say a no for right now, okay? So now we're going to go to the next part of the video. Okay, you guys, now we are at the next part of the video. This is what the Kundalini wants to teach you. So I'm going to give you 2 words. Be led to a word. One word is spiritualist. Okay, the first word is spiritualist. And the next word is funny. I had a word and then it seems like that word changed. Like that energy changed so quick. And I'm going to say instructor. First word, spiritualist. Second word, instructor. The second word is instructor. Okay? So you can be led to a deck if you want to, because we still have to pick. So but I'm gonna go by the words that I put out. So whichever one just really sticks to you, even if you feel like you're not an instructor, but that word just sticks to you, then you know what, that's what the Kundalini wants to tell you. So we're gonna go to instructor first, and I'm going to say this is instructor. So we're going to instructor first. Let's see what the Kundalini wants to teach you. These are your cards coming out. Some of them are already turned over. I didn't know that. Let's put these like this. Okay. Y'all know, I was like, Spirit, you just give me so many cards. And you guys know my lazy Taurus self don't usually like when I have so many cards out. Okay. But here we go. So this is what Spirit is saying. Your cards are out. It's not personal woo. It's wonderful. Staying on skin. Extra spiritual help. Let's make a note of it. Back to basics. Partnership, self-expression. Okay. This is what your Kundalini is trying to teach you. How to be more in your own skin. It's like the only upside down card. Sometimes I read it as a negative when it's upside down as negative. only negative cards. So this is like your theme right here. And this is what your Kundalini is trying to teach you, how to become more of yourself. So, who is into witchcraft spells and stuff like that, because that's what this card is all about. Woo-woo is wonderful, and they want to get you more involved in that. I'm going to suggest to you guys a channel, Fame versus Sacrifice. I watch her channel, and I love when she talk about spiritual things. So I don't agree with everything. Well, no one agrees with everything that everyone says, and I feel like she's one of those personalities that you might be like, okay, but I dig it. Like, I love her personality, and I love the whole theme, and I love her spiritually. So I am just suggesting her as a spiritual teacher, and she talks a lot about this. So how many of you have heard of woo-woo, as in basically the term woo-woo, like juju or something like that? That's basically what it is. Or magic, or it's all about witchcraft and spells and stuff like that. So it seems like your spiritual team wants you to get more involved in that, because some of you may be into witchy things or witchcraft or things like that. So we are only talking to high vibrational beings on this channel. No low entities are allowed, okay? So when I'm telling people to get into that, you might want to consider woo-woo or magical things or spells and stuff like that. I'm only talking about doing this through light work. I am not about dark magic or black magic. I am not with that, okay? So I'm just saying that's who I'm only talking to. So but it looks like that's one thing that spirit, this is the Kundalini talking, okay? Can be somewhat the same thing though. So this is what your Kundalini is trying to teach you, how to be more so come into your own self. And that's one thing that they're telling you to do. Hey, you guys, it's like I've seen so many videos that say, like, are you a witch? Like, and they can tell you, like, different signs and symptoms, how you may be a witch. Me, personally, I don't like that term. I don't like to call myself a witch, and I don't like to call myself a psychic, and I don't like to say prophet or anything like that. The term seer is okay with me. And I also like the term oracle. But I'm not really into names, but I think Spirit is saying, if you like it and that's okay with you, then hey, to each his own, go ahead. Go ahead with the term. But I feel like some of you might not know, and the Kundalini is saying that this is who you are, and this is something that your ancestors has done, and it's time for you to step into your calling and get more into this root work right here and become more of a root worker, or like I said, a root work and witchcraft type of things. They also want you to start ask your spirit helpers, but you know what, this is more specific to your spiritual team. Some of you guys are you basically lean towards only your ancestors, and they're saying that you have more than your ancestors. You also have the ascended masters, lean towards them too. You have your angels and archangels. Get to know certain angels by their name. There are plenty of YouTube videos on here about that. Or you might just be into, I don't know why I have to keep saying this. My channel is not for low vibrational beings. And if you're on this channel, then you can exit now. So, or stay and get delivered from your bad spirit. If any of you are contacting low vibrational beings, I'm just going to tell you it's not safe. Whenever you try to summon a demon or someone that's low like a low vibrational being, a low entity, and you thinking that they can help you with something. They never. This like this is one thing that I tell myself. It's like you always have to say that there's a trick behind it. It's always some type of trick behind it. If you're into that type of stuff, don't take what I'm saying as okay, she's giving me permission to do this, no, because I cannot stress that enough. It's like some of you guys are going into darker places. Your Kundalini is trying to teach you how to be more of a light worker. Come out of those dark places. Some of you are just it's like you are kind of losing your faith, and you're losing your spirituality, and you kind of like sometimes you get mad at whoever your deity is, your creator. I say Yahweh. You guys know I say Yahweh. I say that all the time on here. You get mad and you kind of, it's like you want to have a reason to be mad just because you don't understand some of the situations that they put you in. But when they say ask your spirit helpers for help. Your spiritual team, don't give up on them and go to this dark side. I mean, you're just not going to win like that. I don't know why I have to stress this, and I cannot stress this enough. However you feel cheated, however you feel like things are not working out for you, that's definitely not the way. Like, what do you want to do? Like, you can't sell your soul. You can't give yourself up for something that's going to only give you. You can't give away something so important for something that's only going to give you a temporary help or a temporary fix. You just can't do that, okay? You guys do not give up when it comes to that. Do not go over to this dark side. And I'm seeing all that when I'm looking at this card. Like I was also saying, some of you guys just need to remember that you also have other spirit helpers also, and some of you might be just only used to calling on your angels, and your Kundalini want to teach you how to get more in touch with your ancestors. Some of you kind of shy away from your ancestors, and they're there to help you too. And I also heard you guys that your ancestors can help you and be there for you more than like angels can. At time when you get to know them. Kundalini is trying to teach you, like I said, coming more into yourself, being more responsible, taking more responsibility of things, making certain things a priority that need to be a priority, okay? Some of you need to just know. Like I was just saying, some people here are starting to go into the wrong direction. Some people need to know that you are going into the right direction. But also, Spirit is saying that your Kundalini is trying to teach you how to become more self-sufficient, putting your priorities first. Some of you just need to learn how to prioritize better, become more organized. Yeah, that's just a message that they told me to say. Kundalini wants to teach you how to become more organized of a person. Seems like some of you guys, maybe the Kundalini is teaching me that I'm a little not organized. So Kundalini is trying to teach you guys. Some of you guys kind of hold on to things sometimes way too tightly that should not be. The Kundalini is saying this is kind of literal. It's not personal. Kundalini wants to teach you how to not take certain things personal that's just not supposed to be. You guys, when someone has a problem with you that is their problem, that is not your problem. If a guy does not like you for who you are, if a woman does not like you for who you are, that is her problem. That is not their problem. When you guys, and I've said this before in a reading, when a guy or a woman likes you, they are supposed to like you. I mean, like, aren't you a good person? You're a good person. So you have to realize to just become more of a person who's really looking more out for themselves, and not just persuaded by like just talk. And it seems like I'm talking to a person now that is more, and everything that I'm saying, you guys, it's just a general reading. When it applies, that's great. When it don't, then just leave that wherever it's at, okay? So, but this type of person I'm talking about a type of person that seems like they are really persuaded by words, and when something is said to you that is negative, like, you just cannot take that personal. It's when someone says something to you to you that's even good, you can't take that personal. Like, you can't be so affected by words. You have to be led more so by actions, because that's how you get tricked and that's how you get deceived, okay? So if someone comes to you and they just give you all these type of compliments, all they're doing is talking. I have an aunt who used to tell me that all the time. She used to always say, you can make your mouth say anything. And then, so ever since she started to say that, like, I always say that too, because it's so true. There's something that I've come to see, that people literally can make their mouth say anything, and they don't believe it at all. And then they don't even believe what they're saying. And then you continue to stay around those people, and you see that they never come through with what they say they're going to do. That all they do is just talk. So you cannot be a person who's persuaded only by words so much, because talk is talk. Like they say, talk is cheap, okay? So don't be so quick to get offended, and also don't be so quick to be just wooed by people who are charmers and people who just can say good things, okay? Go more by actions, okay? So let's get to these cards down here. The Kundalini wants to teach you with this back to basics card. It's kind of literal. The Kundalini is trying to teach you how to treat yourself better, and just say, hold on now. We're on this spiritual journey. We're doing all this good stuff spiritually, but let's get back to basics. Let's make sure we're doing the simple stuff first. Let's make sure you're exercising. Let's make sure you're eating right. Let's make sure that that our mind is clear, that we're clearing our energy, that we're just we're going back to the basics. We are setting ourselves up for our spiritual journey, okay? We can't go off and do all this spiritual work, and if we're not clear in our minds ourselves, I would suggest to some of you guys to do some meditation, some yoga. And I'm saying that because it's something I was going to do also, and I was just hearing a guy talk about Kundalini yoga, and I've seen that for so long, you guys, and I just never done it. So now I'm like, yeah, I'm going to start doing it, because we have to clear our minds. We have to clear any of that toxic stuff out of our minds and out of our bodies before we start our spiritual journeys, okay? And I feel like this just kind of goes with what this is saying, also with what this was saying. And I just think that when it comes to love, like, the Kundalini wants to teach you, like, the way you think you're going, you can get to a man's heart. And this doesn't have to be just a man, like a woman and a man. This could be a woman and a man, a man and a man. But the way that you feel like that you get to your to the your partner's heart, or anyone that you're interested in heart, is not really the way that you go by doing it. And Kundalini is trying to teach you how to regroup, rethink this way of the way that you feel like, because this is what's going to lead you to true love. You're going to be able to get this key to this particular person heart. You're going to be able to get to just the key to love in general once you start rethinking the way that you think about love, okay? And I'm thinking it has something to do with this, with what I was saying on this when it comes to so really it's what I was saying when it came to this card right here. Is really it's really when it comes to the way you are allowing people to more so talk to you rather than show you things, show you with action. So that's what the Kundalini is trying to teach you. And also, some of you who are just very single and you're like, okay, this is not me. I don't even resonate with that at all. And you actually want someone. This is pretty literal too. The Kundalini is just trying to teach you how to manifest things in your life more, and especially when it comes to a partner. You know what? Visualization is true. It has helped for me. It has helped me before. So there's videos on YouTube about that if you want to know more about that. And you know what? The Kundalini wants to bring out this warrior type of person in you. You guys, when I first saw this card, she reminded me of me so much when I first got this deck. Because I was like, I know I am a warrior on the inside, but I don't look like it. And when I look at this card, it's just so funny to me because she does not look like a warrior. Like, don't she look so sweet in her face? But she has on this strong warrior-like costume. So that's how some of you guys may feel. Like, I don't feel like I'm a warrior, but you are. And that's what the Kundalini wants to teach you. Wants to bring that warrior out of you, that fighter out of you, that person who just don't take no mess from no one, okay? And the person that's like a warrior, that's willing to fight. Israel. Okay, yeah, because warriors fight and they don't give up when they're fighting, okay? The Kundalini wants to teach you how to bring that inner Xena out of you. So who watches Xena? Xena, I mean, she's bad. Like, she's so brave, and she don't take no mess, and like she's a fighter. She don't give up, you know. So, and that's what the Kundalini is trying to teach you. For those of you who relate to Instructor, let me know down in the comments how well any of this resonated with you. And if you are leaving now, then thank you for being here. And that is all. Bye. Those of you who relate to the word spiritualist, these are your cards, okay? Not as many cards as the last people. And I'm happy about that. You guys, I usually stop around 30 something minutes, and seems like this video is going to be kind of long this time. But I don't do that on purpose. I just usually do. But, you know, let's get into your reading. So, this is what I'm getting. Almost similar to the last. So if you were just led to listen to this whole thing, this long video, I'm sorry, but I guess this is helping you. I think this is your theme also. Similar to the last one, let me put this up here also. Cloak yourself in light. Name your highest self. Okay. This is what your Kundalini is trying to teach you. How to come into your higher self. How to start walking in your light work. Okay. For those of you, first of all, the majority of you are going in the right direction if you need to hear that. Let me go to something else first. When I saw this, you know, they say like the Kundalini is like a snake, like down your spine, and that's what this kind of reminded me of. And to me, with this talk shop here, it's just like the Kundalini is saying, this is us, this is confirmation, this is us really trying to get you there. Really trying to get you to your higher self, to where you're supposed to be. So they're talking to you and they're saying, you know, just basically listen up and do more things to contact with us, with the Kundalini, and awaken your Kundalini if you haven't yet, since you are here. And you was most likely led to the card of to awaken your Kundalini. But if you're here and you do not know, like if you was led to the one that said no, then like I said, it's on you to see what you want to do. But what I am getting is, since you are here, awaken your Kundalini, just make sure that it is at the right time. So in the Kundalini, is just saying like, this is where you could be. Instant feedback. I feel like some of you guys' higher self is somewhat psychic, and seem like the type of gift that you will have is the type of gift that's like it's going to be really quick, or a lot of you guys do stuff really quick. Maybe I'm just talking to some fire sign type people, and it's like you can instantly get feedback from the Kundalini. Like if you don't know that, then the Kundalini is like, okay, a lot of times you want questions and you want answers, you want know how to make decisions. Well, tap into the Kundalini, and the Kundalini can do this for you. The Kundalini is trying to teach you how you can get instant feedback with them. So this card is very much literal. And meditate, okay? And I was just saying, I want to start doing some yoga specifically for the Kundalini, because the Kundalini it awakens you and it teaches you your higher self, brings you into your higher self, shows you who your higher self is. And that's basically what the Kundalini is trying to teach you. I feel like for those of you who were led to this side, it's people who are maybe new to it and really need to actually just see exactly what the Kundalini is, and what the Kundalini is trying to teach you is what it is and what it can do for you. Some of you guys just need to break free and trust. And you know, things that are not, and that's exactly what the Kundalini teaches you too, how to just let go of things that no longer is serving you. Your Kundalini wants to teach you how to just trust and break free from a lot of control that you may have, and actually just walk as if you are just risking something. That's what this card is here first. It's here for. And walk as if you are like you are blind, because you are like that sometimes. You are walking, you know, as if you have on a blindfold, or at least that's how you feel. And so the Kundalini wants to teach you how to, when you are in situations like that, how to just have faith and let go of so much control, and having to think that you have to be in control over, you know, where your life is going. at all times, because sometimes you're just not going to know. So they're trying to get you to break free from some of those control issues and just trust, and just walk with faith and trust. So Kundalini, let me get back to this card, is trying to teach you how to some of you guys, are you just not that good with time? Because I feel like that's just really what the Kundalini is trying to teach you. How to be better with time and time management. Kundalini really wants to, like I said, the Kundalini, that's just what it is. It awakens you. Really just wants to awaken you. This card to me is just so beautiful. Really wants to awaken you and show you, and just show you different secrets of the world, secrets of the earth, things that you have been. It's like I hear some of you guys saying, like, I just been wondering, like, how does this happen, or why does this happen? Why am I in this situation? Or you're just wondering about all types of spiritual things. And this is your higher self that's trying to come out and trying to show you, like, there are so many wonders of this world that you want to know. And the Kundalini is here, is going to show you that. And how the Kundalini is going to show you that is once you awaken it, or if you feel like your Kundalini has already been awakened, once you strengthen it, it's going to show you, for one, you're going to become a very sharp. Your discerning skills, your psychic skills is going to become very sharper. Spirit is going to start talking to you more. Your Kundalini is just going to show you how to become a better light worker. And if your name changes, it might. Mine did. After I opened my Kundalini, okay? And I call it a spirit name, a soul name, my higher self. I call it that, GabrielleEther. So, I got a video on my channel if you want to find it and put it in Google. I mean, not Google, YouTube search. How my name became GabrielleEther. I think it's kind of neat. And that's basically what your Kundalini wants to teach you. It wants to enlighten your heart and mind, regroup, try to bring you into this new phase of your higher self. I think that's great. I think that's great. This one didn't take as long as the other one. It didn't have that many cards though. But I think that's great. Your Kundalini really just wants to bring you into your light work and show you all types of wonders of this world, the things that you've been confused about. And, some things, like, some of you guys just want to know, like, is there a God? Is the earth flat or is it round? Magic, how does it work? Astrology, how does it work? How does the planets work? How does this galaxy, this universe work? The laws of attraction, how does that work? Should I even believe in it or not? And that's what your Kundalini wants to teach you. So you guys, go in the comment section. Let me know how well you enjoyed this video, and if any of this resonated with you or not. And that is all. Continue to come and grow with me and subscribe. Bye.